Do you actually understand the truth behind cats and luck? Quick question. Have you ever seen a cat and wondered if it was a good sign or a bad one? Have you heard stories about black cats bringing misfortune? Do you know someone who thinks cats are protectors? If you answered yes to any of these things, then you're caught in a mystery that has spanned centuries, because the perception of cats is everywhere. Cats are transforming from feared omens to cherished companions, and those who understand their history will be able to see beyond superstition, make sense of ancient beliefs, and appreciate these animals on a deeper level. Not understanding this history could leave you stuck in outdated folklore, just like believing old wives' tales without knowing their origin. You could also use this knowledge to see your own pet in a new light. Understanding the duality of cat symbolism can also help you spot how cultural narratives are formed and change over time. You can use this history to appreciate art, literature, and even modern-day superstitions. But most importantly, understanding this history lets you be in control of your own beliefs instead of being controlled by fear. So, don't just see a cat, understand its story. Are cats really bringers of bad luck, or do they actually protect and bring good fortune? For centuries, these enigmatic creatures have been both feared and worshipped, weaving a complex tapestry of myth and superstition across the globe. From the shadowy alleys of medieval Europe to the sacred temples of ancient Egypt, cats have prowled the human imagination, leaving behind a trail of mystery that continues to captivate us today. This enduring duality makes you question what these animals truly represent. The belief in cats as powerful symbols of luck, both positive and negative, is a phenomenon deeply rooted in cultural history. How we see them has been shaped by a fascinating mix of folklore, religion, and regional beliefs. In some cultures, a cat crossing your path is a reason to turn back, a harbinger of doom. In others, it's a sign that prosperity is just around the corner. These conflicting ideas didn't just appear out of nowhere. They were carefully crafted and passed down through generations, reflecting the values, fears, and hopes of the societies that created them. Exploring these different perspectives reveals more about human nature than it does about the cats themselves, showing how we project our own anxieties and desires onto the animal world. The notion that cats, particularly black cats, are conduits of bad luck is most prominent in Western folklore. The image of a sleek black cat slinking across your path is perhaps the most iconic superstition, a visual shorthand for impending misfortune. This belief wasn't just a random spooky story. It has dark and deep roots in history. During the Middle Ages in Europe, paranoia and suspicion ran rampant, and cats found themselves in the crosshairs. They were inexplicably linked to witchcraft and pagan rituals, often depicted as familiars, supernatural entities that assisted witches in their dark magic. The Catholic Church, in its campaign against heresy, often portrayed cats as demonic, associating their nocturnal habits and silent movements with the devil himself. This propaganda solidified their reputation as creatures of darkness, and the fear became so ingrained that mass killings of cats occurred in some regions, a tragic consequence of human superstition. This fear wasn't confined to land. Sailors, a notoriously superstitious group, held complicated beliefs about cats. While some saw them as good luck, others believed that a cat on board a ship could summon storms, curse the voyage, or even predict death. If a ship's cat was overly playful, it was thought to foretell a gale. If it licked its fur against the grain, it meant a hailstorm was coming. And if a cat was thrown overboard, it was said that a terrible tempest would rise to avenge it. These beliefs extended into the home as well, with superstitions claiming that allowing a cat into a house on May Day was a terrible omen, or that a cat sneezing near a bride on her wedding day signaled a life of misery. These ideas, born from fear and a need to explain the unexplainable, painted the cat as a bringer of misfortune and chaos. However, on the other side of the world and in different eras, cats were revered as bringers of immense good fortune. In ancient Egypt, the connection was divine. Cats were considered sacred animals, embodiments of the goddess Bastet, who represented protection, fertility, and the home. They were cherished companions, protectors of the household from snakes, scorpions, and evil spirits. Harming a cat, even accidentally, was a crime punishable by death. When a family cat died, its owners would mourn deeply, often shaving their eyebrows as a sign of respect. These cats were mummified with the same care as humans, ensuring their safe passage to the afterlife. where they were believed to continue their protective duties. This reverence is echoed in Japan with the iconic Maneki Neko, or beckoning cat. This charming figurine, with one paw raised in a gesture of invitation, is a ubiquitous symbol of prosperity and good luck. Placed in the entrances of businesses and homes, it is believed to attract customers and wealth. The legend behind the Maneki Neko often involves a cat saving a lord or a traveler by beckoning them away from a lightning strike or another danger, forever cementing its status as a guardian. In Celtic and Norse mythology, cats were also held in high esteem, tied to powerful goddesses like Freya, the goddess of love, beauty, and fertility, whose chariot was pulled by two large cats. Far from being demonic, these cats were symbols of feminine power, independence, and protection. And contrary to the fearful sailors of the West, many seafarers in other cultures considered cats essential crew members, not just for catching rodents, but for bringing good weather and protecting the ship from evil spirits on the high seas. Beyond simple good or bad luck, many traditions offer a more mystical interpretation of the cat's role. They are often seen as guardians of the unseen world, creatures that walk the line between the physical and spiritual realms. This belief stems from their uncanny abilities, their silent, stealthy movements, their eyes that seem to glow in the dark, and their seemingly intuitive nature. Many people believe that cats can sense things beyond human perception, from impending danger and natural disasters to the presence of ghosts or spiritual energy. It is said that when a cat stares intently at an empty space, it is not looking at nothing, but it's something we simply cannot see. This perception of cats as mystical sentinels positions them as bridges between our world and the next. They are not just pets, but liminal beings, with one paw in the world of the living and the other in the world of spirits, offering silent protection from forces we can't even begin to comprehend. Today, the narrative around cats has largely shifted. For most people in the modern world, cats are beloved pets, cherished for the comfort, companionship, and joy they bring into our lives. The old superstitions have faded, replaced by an appreciation for their unique personalities and graceful presence. Black cats, once feared as omens of doom, are now often celebrated, especially in pop culture, and by dedicated animal lovers who see them as particularly sleek and beautiful. Shelters and rescue organizations actively work to dispel the myths that lead to lower adoption rates for black cats, especially around Halloween. Instead of symbols of bad luck, cats are now more commonly viewed as symbols of mystery, independence, and elegance. Their mystique remains, but it is a mystique that inspires fascination rather than fear. So, maybe cats aren't inherently bringers of bad luck or good luck. Maybe they are simply special companions with a touch of ancient mystery still clinging to their fur. The way we see them says more about our own cultural journey from fearing the unknown to embracing the beauty in it. They reflect our own capacity for belief and our enduring need to find meaning in the world around us. What do you think? Do you believe cats bring luck, good or bad? Share your stories and beliefs with us. At the end of the day, whether you see them as a guardian, a lucky charm, or just a furry friend, every cat is a blessing to those who love them.